Subtitles, yeah. Alright, today I'm playing The Darkest Files. I don't know what to expect, I don't know what to think. Um, yeah, so like I woke up a little bit sick, so if I like sound weird, that's why. Um, but like I didn't want to sit around and do nothing. But yeah, so like I just thought like playing a game would be like the best cure, you know. So yeah, I'm just gonna gather myself real quick. Whew. Yeah, so I think what I got from this game was that it was like a little bit smart, and I don't. It looked really interesting, but I'm not really smart, so you know. Hopefully, like I'm not gonna quit like mid, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes in. But I thought about making this like a just a long stream, or not like a long stream, but like I'll be streaming for a while, hopefully, unless I don't know, commit Sudoku or something. That was a bad idea. Why did I do that? Drinking soda while a little bit sick. Probably not the best. But anyways, whatever. Let's go. Samir, is it hot in here? I think I'm actually like really bad. Oh, there's 3 parts. Okay, maybe this will be a short game. Why is there a Nazi banner? Oh dear. The Insurgent. Investigator mode for remote players who want to solve puzzles and prefer a more challenging experience. Story mode is more for who wants to expand the story without great challenges. Fuck that shit. Let's go investigator mode. Let's go Arkham by Arkham rules. Am I right? The event in our games are based on true crimes committed during the Nazi era and were investigated in the young Federal Republic of Germany. With the exception of Fritz Bauer, the names of all those involved have been changed. Any similarities with existing persons with the same name are purely coincidental. Whoa, this is real? I mean, I thought it said like some of them, not all of them, but like what? That's crazy. All right, let's see if I can trump the Nazi regime, or maybe
Frankfurt,
I'm just a
West Germany,
soldier.
1956. 11 years after the end of World War II, many crimes of the Nazi era still go unpunished. The perpetrators of these crimes are walking free. Many judges, prosecutors, and police officers have already served under the Nazis. Now they have no interest in prosecuting their former comrades for actions similar to their own. For the victims of these crimes, this is unbearable. To end this, Attorney General Fritz Bauer establishes a special unit of young prosecutors with no ties to the old regime. I am Esther Katz. I am one of these prosecutors. We are investigating Nazi crimes and bringing perpetrators to justice. Not to avenge, not to heal, but to show that there are laws that apply to all.
That's really cool. I like
Doesn't make
this.
us popular. Most want to forget. Some want us to shut up. But they cannot stop us. Nothing belongs to the past. Everything is still present and can become the future again.
I love this game already. That was so like shock and awe, but like also oddly inspiring. I remember, I think I had this conversation with someone. They were like, you know, once they like got the Nazi regime, everything was over, and like nothing ever like happened like that. They're like, nothing's gonna ever happen. It's like, you're an idiot if you think that. like like there will always be racists, and there will always be like, you know, like neo-Nazis around lurking. They just won't like expose themselves. And I feel like I mean, like, obviously they weren't specifically targeting like these people, like these new, like, like just like getting rid of like the weeds and everything, but like they were just doing it for justice. But like I also, like, I wouldn't be surprised if like down the road like you either stop like new occurrences or like find new occurrences. It's like to simply just be like, oh, everything's fine now. There's a new law where you like imprison any new Nazis or something. Like, is sort of like, I feel like it's not really giving it your best shot. It's like the worst. It's the bare minimum, right? Like, you can't just be like, okay, yeah, just forget. Like, it happened. It's never gonna happen again.
You've got this, Cuts.
So I don't know. This is pretty interesting. I like this. But whatever. Okay, what are we doing? Sniffle.
I'm glad I brought my own umbrella. I do hate this time of the year.
I love it when it rains, to be honest.
Good. I'm not the first one in.
Wait, I'm not alone. I'm using controller and keyboard, or sorry, Xbox controller, so hopefully it's not the worst.
Not where I'd expect to find this office, to be honest. But it's a nice corner of Frankfurt nonetheless. I should try the coffee at Café Selten sometime. I've heard good things.
Oh. I'm just sitting.
No point in waiting. I'm not here for an appointment. Looks more like somebody's home than a prosecutor's office.
Yeah, I should use mouse. I'll stick for it now. For now, I don't know if it's
Anybody here? Not much of a welcome party.
New tutorial available. I already figured that out.
The door is locked.
Oh my. This door isn't. Frankenstein Rocker. What? Look here.
No, I'm good.
I'll go anyway. Oh man. I can't.
Not the cleanest of places.
Today's news: Catholic Day leave. Tension with Moscow defending Europe. Arming up the Kuril dispute. A bonus for the jackpot. Influencer son. Japan continues its peace treaty negotiations with the Soviet Union, trying to avoid the Prime Minister's Hatojama's government has been calling the Adenir Formula. The current draft holds significant similarities to the deal signed by Germany last autumn, especially in its demand for Japan to recognize Soviet claims of the occupied territories of Sakhalin and Kuril Islands. The German army will be supplied with American equipment for the years 1957 to 1960. The preparations for this deal were completed by U.S. Secretary of State John Foster Dulles and West German Ambassador to Washington Kirk. I'll be honest with you, I am not a history buff. So like I'm not gonna remember any of these things. If you've Japan, someone win. This was like World War II though, right? Like yeah, that's Nazi regime and stuff. So Japan was not an ally, right? They were like against us. And it was like what, Italy, Germany, the Axis powers.
Now, where have I? No.
What was Russia?
No.
Were they actually with us? I think they were. Paula Fisher. Yeah, because they were invading Russia. I remember. Yeah, they invaded Russia like idiots in like the worst time of year, and they did that strategy. I forget what it was, but they burned everything down, and they basically just couldn't force their way through the like frozen tundra. Paula Fisher, what is it with you and your forgetfulness? Is this the right office? Hello.
Good morning.
Oh, hello. Good morning. Sorry I didn't hear you enter. You must be Miss Katz, right?
Must I? Oh, yeah.
Esther Katz, yes, that would be me. And you are?
Paula Fisher. Hello. I'm a legal assistant here for Mr. Bauer's team. Well, the legal assistant. We're a bit understaffed at the moment.
It It's nice to meet you, Paula.
Oh, it's my pleasure, believe me. I've brought you this week's newspaper and a letter that arrived for you. Anyway, I should probably be going. I'll be at my desk if you need anything. You'll find me. Or through the intercom. We just had the whole system installed. It made my life so much easier.
When can I expect to meet Dr. Bauer?
Mr. Bauer wants to talk with you once you've acclimatized. His words, not mine. He should be arriving soon for that matter, so should the rest of the team.
I see. Very well then. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you on our team, Miss Katz.
All right then. First encounter, check. Time for me to settle in.
So, back up the lines. So this is my office. So how do I unpack to just sit?
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
That will be all for now. Thank you, Paula.
Always happy to help.
I didn't know that was like an intercom.
The last holiday we spent together as a family. I'm so glad Dad made us do it. Franz was such a show-off that summer. Always trying to impress the girls. I wish you were here, big brother.
That's cute.
A new job deserves a fresh journal, ready to be filled with notes.
Your notebook contains your current to-dos or you are accessed through the radio manual. Okay. Notebook, case file. Shit, this is a smart game, isn't it? Accessory allies. Right, the opposite of the Axis powers base manager. I'm not complete idiot, but like, you know, still pretty down there. Berlin Document Center. A research facility established after World War II to centralize a collection of documents from the time of Nazism. Block warden, a lower political rank in the Nazi party, responsible for the political brown shirt colloquial term. Brown shirt. A colloquial term for the member of the Storm Division. Sturmbelting, what? A paramilitant wing of Nazi party. Paramilitary wing of the Nazi party. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. The official uniform was a brown shirt and brown tie. Oh, I think I know. I never knew they were called that. Campaign to liberate Bavaria. Coercion District of Gau. A regional administrative division used by the Nazi party to organize the government in the country. Term established in the Middle Ages, roughly corresponding to the English Shire. An army, Gestapo, short for Geheim Staatspolizei. Secret State Police, the official secret police of the Nazi army. I remember them too, and so it's the division of the SS. It's feared for its brutal torture methods. Hesia, in the central western part of Germany, its larger city in Frankfurt. I've been to Frankfurt, where the headquarters of the general. Well, I've flown through it. I think I really didn't like stay and look around. Local group, a local branch of the the Nazi party. Level where it's spreading Nazi ideology. Local group leader, political. Manslaughter, murder. The Nazi party active in Germany between 1920s to 1945. Radical fascist order police. Holy shit. Reich flag. Future black swastika. Yeah. Shoot revision of Schutzpolizei. A branch of the police force of Nazi Germany, mainly responsible for day-to-day urban policing duties. Schutzstaffel. I don't know if I'm saying any of these words correctly, I'm sorry. A major paramilitary organization under the Nazis that carried out police, security, and military tasks, among others. Played the key role in the execution of the Holocaust. Third Reich, the Nazis' name for their government, to claim they were the rightful successors to the earlier Holy Roman Empire. Wehrmacht, the unified armed forces of Nazi Germany. Okay. I don't know, like, if I really need to know all that, but... So, characters, goals, and then just little info.
Look at that. Written evidence of all those sleepless nights. And the ton of coffee. But here I am. I finally made it. Pretty sure it was all worth it.
Hell yes. Wait. Oh. Okay. Case file. Oh, I don't have a chaos file yet. What's this? Oh, okay. I can pause menu. You can see the game whenever. I love that.
I'm not letting you down. I swear.
Oh, that's cute. Unbox your personal belongings. My dear daughter, a heartfelt congratulations on your promotion, being a state attorney at the age of 30. That's pretty impressive. That is no small feat. You achieved this on your own through diligence and brilliance of mind. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Though it is a great honor to work for the Attorney General directly, Dr. Bauer is not always easy to work with, I hear, but people are saying a lot of good things about him too, so please don't let me spook you. I wish you all the best for your new position. No father has ever been prouder of his daughter. With love, your father. P.S. Your mother asks if you're coming home at the weekend. I think she's still getting used to the fact that her daughter's working a job, not tending a family. That's funny. Frankfurt Stimmy. Bauer's Winch Hunt. Oh, fuck. Irresponsible and determined stability of the state. These are the words used by members of a Hessian state. That's Germany or something related last week to describe Fritz Bauer's. Or not Germany, but like, I think Nazi party. Because some local CDUs and he's called for immediate dismissal. He said that with all ill considered accusation, he was destroying the reputation of these men or crewmen efforts with the rise on the CDU leadership is responsible for missing all blizzards. His party chairman, Grant Chen, Ursula Conrad Edge, has reached out to his fellow Christian Democrats in personal letters instructing them to increase their commitment. I always wonder what like happened after all that. Like, right? They must have like had to like do stuff, right? Efforts.
Hello?
Government.
Mr. Bauer is ready
Aid,
for
how?
you. He says at your own time. With him, that means as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'd better get going then.
Good luck.
Okay. I mean, I was in the middle reading, but what am I doing? Me, Mr. Bauer?
No signal. The line must be dead. Maybe I should talk to Paula about it.
Should I just call her?
Miss Katz.
Paula, where can I find Mr. Bauer's office?
It's the door on your left, at the end of the room.
That will be all for now. Thank you, Paula.
Always happy to help.
That'd be so funny if I just asked her twice and she's like, are you stupid? Ah,
Fritz
yes.
Bauer. I'd be hard-pressed to find a more disliked name in the city. I hope this job wasn't a mistake.
Miss Katz, welcome to the front line.
Good morning, Dr. Bauer.
Just mister. We're working together. My name, as you already know, is Fritz Bauer, General Prosecutor. Much to the displeasure of the public, I insist on investigating the many crimes committed under the NSDAP. Most of them, of course, have long since gone cold. And nobody out there truly wishes for us, for you, to solve them. Or frankly, to even touch them.
I find it so weird how people are, cause like, I feel like, well, in my like brain, I would have wanted justice, regardless of the horrible everything that happened, like to like brush everything to the side. But now that I think about it, the same conversation, I feel like a lot of people just wanted to brush it to the side. So maybe I'm the weird one, but like, yeah. I don't know.
A rather
Whatever.
thankless job, may I say. Are you up for it?
Yes.
I am, and I'm well aware of this.
You see, I'm not entirely sure of that. But no matter. Miss Katz, I believe I have the perfect case for you to start with.
I'm listening.
Hans Naumann, an older gentleman, shot just before the end of the war.
What do we know about the case?
According to the victim's wife, her husband was taken by uniformed men for no reason. He never came back. His body was found in a forest nearby after the war. Shot in the head.
Oh man.
Do we have any files? Any leads?
Yes, from the original investigation. Miss Naumann reported her husband's death to the police. A case was opened. The public prosecutor's office investigated members of the NSDAP local group. They're suspects. However, no charges were pressed. Based on the investigation, Hans Naumann was lawfully executed.
What? Wait, I think I missed something. I'm already confused. You disagree? Was he a criminal? On what basis? I guess, yeah, was he a criminal? Why did I feel like I missed something.
Could that have been the case? Maybe the widow simply didn't know the reason for his arrest.
That is a possibility. The first thing that I'll need you to establish is why Hans Naumann was taken. Depending on the answer, we'll see if the case warrants a full investigation.
Yeah, do the dude.
I asked
due
Miss
diligence.
Fisher to prepare a file. It should probably already be on your desk. I suggest you familiarize yourself with it and invite the widow to give a statement. Mrs. Fisher should be able to help you with that. It might also be wise to check the archives. You never know what is hidden in these old boxes. Maybe something about this official order mentioned in the discontinuation report. Ask Mr. Bournemouth for the keys. I believe he has a spare set. Good luck, Miss Cutts.
Right. Get the keys, check the files, and invite the first witness. And I need a refresher on the Nazi hierarchy. Understanding the chain of command will be crucial.
True.
Paula did say to ask her if I needed anything.
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
I need some additional files.
Something specific?
I need more details regarding NS organizations. Chains of commands, ranks, and badges. Anything you can get your hands on.
Of course, I'll get right to it. Anything else?
I need you to invite a potential witness.
Of course. Who should I reach out to?
Ludmilla Naumann, the victim's widow. I want to hear her version of what happened.
Of course. I'm on top of it. Anything else?
Thank you, Paula. That will be all for now.
Here if you need anything.
Paula's so nice. Can I call myself?
Really small for an inter...
You just sit and wait.
The door is locked.
Conference room. So where I interview them? Should I just go back? Oh. Oh, bro, she works fast. It's like the basically the employee of the month. When is this? Okay. Oh look, my title or whatever. Okay, so this is new. No, that's the dad letter. Okay. Oh, 5H Naumann. Okay. Case file. So, case file. Select the category in the left. Needs to. You can largely know by selecting. You can also add labels. Open to the remainder. Okay. You can add labels. Okay. So old case. Oh, bro, this is this is a lot already. I think I might do one and then like call it like a day, but or call it for the stream. This is I love it, but like I feel like the appeal for like anybody who like stumbles across this is gonna be like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool, and then like my dumbass just making all kinds of mistakes, and then like, okay, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. All right. So the police department case file, I think. So I can add a bookmark, add a label. Public Prosecutor's Office, Munich. Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know. Munich 12 January 9% official case number. That person responsible, Manfred Wagner. Dear Mr. Bastian, the investigation into the death of Hans from Munich has revealed that he fell victim to a violent crime. Well, yeah. For details, please see the attached file report. We were able to identify 4 possible suspects who were connected with the victim's disappearance. Alfred, Herman, Carl, and Herbert. So I think this is important. Important. Yeah, let's label that. The police investigations is thus considered closed, and we hereby officially turn the case over to your prosecutor's office. If you encounter any questions during the examination for any indictment, please do not hesitate to contact us at any time. Manfred Wagner. Okay, is there like a back? Or maybe they don't do that. So police report. On May 10, 1945, a dead body was reported to the police in a wooded area near Munich. The deceased was identified as Hans Naumann, age 77. The autopsy revealed that he was killed by a 7.65mm Browning caliber gunshot to the forehead at close range. Shit, that's crazy. No other injuries were found. So close range gunshot. He was executed. I mean, I think they said that, but like that's crazy reading it. Just on my own. The victim's widow filed a criminal complaint against unknown persons on August 8, 1945. She had observed 2 men pick up her husband on April 8, 1945. Or sorry, April 28. So 20 days later. Or sorry, that's not August, April. Okay, I'm retarded. He had been considered missing ever since. The 4 suspects identified in connection with the victim's disappearance were interrogated. All suspects testified that the victim was guilty of treason and was there lawfully executed. So they all killed him. Or at least they all have hands in it. So all 4 are guilty. What? The evaluation of whether a crime has been committed is the responsibility of the authorized prosecutor's office. Is that us? I don't remember. So this is another report. Okay, so this is kind of damning, but if he got executed there, I'm sending all 4 of those guys to prison. Like, what are you talking about? Munich, Herbert Schwartz, district leader of Munich, report on record, block warden Mittermosser saw a man climbing up the block's flagpole attempting to tear down the Reich flag and replace it with a white flag. Okay. Mittermosser ordered the perpetrator to stop and attempted to apprehend him. The perpetrator attacked him and fled the scene. The block warden was injured in result. So he was attempting to get rid of the Nazi flag and replace it to a white flag, which I mean is surrender, they lost or something. So he clearly is not a Nazi. But this guy tried to stop him, the block warden, even though he got injured. He recognized it as John Naumann as the perpetrator. So he's definitely not a Nazi. He was going against them. Local group leader Faultman immediately set up a detachment to arrest and interrogate the male suspect. I mean, this is hard because, like, he could just be doing his job. Like, you shouldn't be, like, you know, climbing up poles and shit or, like, disturbing the peace, right? But this is a little suspicious. This is suspicious. I'm gonna flag it. Mittermoser, the block warden, might have something to do. Yeah. Because what, are you just going to leave the Nazi flag there forever? Like, you know, like, I don't see a problem with that. Naumann was innocent, I think. I mean, that's what I'm getting. Ludmilla Naumann. Norman plots for West Munich. Munich 21 preliminary proceedings against Alfred August Faultman, Herman Capes. Are these the same guys? Herman Capes, Schicks, Carl, Herbert. Yeah, these are the same guys due to manslaughter. I mean, yeah, they fucking killed them. Dear Miss Naumann, in the above-mentioned proceedings, we made the following decisions. The proceedings shall be discontinued pursuant to $170. What is that? Dollars? 170. Section 2 of the code of... Oh. Oh, yeah. I don't think that's a fine. I think this is a section or whatever. 2 of the Code of Criminal Procedures. Reasons. The victim, Hans Naumann, was a communist insurgent who carried out highly treasonable actions in a wartime situation. Communist? I mean, Russia was allied with us, so I guess technically that would, right? But taking down like a flag, like a Nazi flag, I don't really see that as too bad. The execution order by the district leader was carried out according to the law. Enforced with the regional time of crime and the official orders of the regional leader for the Gau Munich Upper Bavaria, Helmut Solberg. Execution order of the district was by the district leader was carried out according to the law, the time of the crime, and the official orders of the regional leader. Okay, so this is hard because I know, at least in the States, like in the US, you cannot, oh, that's interesting. I just thought about it. You cannot, like, I don't know what the wording is, but you cannot, like, prosecute someone who had committed a past crime. You have to, put, like, you know, if before smoking was a crime, or sorry, wasn't a crime, but then it became a crime, you can't prosecute them for, like, doing, like, that before when it wasn't, right? So, like, that's, I don't know if the same, I guess it doesn't apply, right? Because, well, I guess there was no law technically to be, like, killing people or anything like that, but I don't know, it just made me think about it, like, the different laws and stuff. The proceedings against A. Faultman, H. Cabes, A. K. Schickard, and H. Schwartz was discontinued on the basis of the law stated below. Okay, so the case was dropped because of these laws. Excerpt from Article 103(2) of the Basic Law. An act may be punished only if it was punishable by law before the act was committed. Okay, you see, I think in the States it's the other way around, right? It can only be punishable by law when the act was committed, not before. So this is weird. An act may be punished only if it was punishable by law before. Oh, wait, no, I think this is saying the same thing, just different way. Okay, so that's important. Excerpt from Basic Law, 1949. An act may be punished only if it was punishable by law before it was committed. So the law must have been in place before they broke it. Okay. But, like, I'm pretty sure murder's not, you know, I'm pretty sure that was there, so I guess it doesn't really make sense to me. Excerpt from Article 91b, the Criminal Code of the German Reich. Oh, because we're playing with the German Reich rules. Okay, so it might have been okay, but, like, still, up to September 1945. Anyone at home or as a German abroad who abets the hostile power during a war against the Reich or causes a disadvantage to the military power of the Reich or its allies will be sentenced to death or life imprisonment. What? They had, like, a free thing to, like, kill anybody going against them. That's fucked up, bro. What the hell? In view of these two laws, it is not possible to carry out further investigation into this case as the suspect acted accordingly to the contemporary laws in their execution of it. So they're basically... Okay. So they're I mean, I guess I don't really need this. Can I remove this? Okay. Yeah, they're basically saying we cannot... we cannot file them... find them criminal since the laws at the time that were backed up by the German Reich, because, like, obviously, why would they do any laws that are disadvantageous to them, were, like, supporting what they had done. But that's fucked up. Oh, man. Protocols of conversation. Witness Herbert Schwarz, date 7. That's, like, a tough... that's crazy. Herbert Schwarz, date 7 November. But maybe they fucked up. Maybe they broke a actual law, though. So maybe I can catch them on that. P.S. Aster? I don't know. Please tell me what happened on the 28th of April, 1945. H. Schwarz. I remember that my esteemed colleague, Alfred Faltman, group leader of the local group I tasked with catching the criminal, came to my office. He told me they got the traitor and gave his report from the arrest, so that I could issue the official documents. I went together with Mr. Faltman out into the hallway. With crimes of this severity, I always give the same order, the order to execute. You're a fucking monster. What the hell? I then told my driver to come with me to my office. The others went to the prisoner to carry out my order as requested. Okay, so yeah, you brought your driver. What for? There was already unrest in the country because of the Americans who were just flooding in like flies. I wanted to set up alternative routes with my driver to avoid these Americans and still make it to my important appointments. Shortly thereafter, there was already a polite knock at the door, and group leader Faltman reported to me that the insurgent has been successfully executed. Jesus Christ. Wait. But I keep fucking up. Anyone at home or as a German abroad who abets the hostile power during a war against the Reich or causes a disadvantage to the military power of Reich or its allies would be sentenced to death or life imprisonment. But was it really taking away military power? I think not, right? He was changing a flag. So, like, I feel like that should still be punishable. Document bookmarks will appear here. Oh, so I think I documented everything. Okay, so what now? What do I do?
Still no signal. Still no
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
Thank you, Paula.
Here if you need.
Oh, my bad. Paula must be like, why the fuck did you dial me, bro? Oh, because I'm an idiot. So, where's the witness? Hello, witness. Witness. Wait, what's this? Okay. Nothing important. Can I leave? Look for unfiled documents of the resistance in the archive. Get a spare key to the archives from Mr. Yeah. Mr. War something. This is mine. Where's Mr.
The
War?
door is locked.
Where's Mr. Oh, I can run. That's cool. Oh, here he is.
Oh, hello. Oh, please forgive the mess. I'm afraid I didn't have the time to clean up. Miss Katz, right?
Esther Katz, nice to meet you.
Pleasure is all mine. Christoph Olmuth. Christoph, preferably. I try to be on first name basis.
How's that going?
It worked with Paula, not with Simon. Didn't dare to try it with Bauer.
In this case, I would prefer you treat me like your male colleagues.
We are a small team. I'd love to tell you that we are small and tight-knit, but, well, happy to have more people join the fight. Especially someone like you.
Thank you, I suppose.
Right. Again, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Mr. Bauer said you have the keys to the archive?
I do. We all. Oh, the spare. I tend to keep 2 sets, as I'm somewhat prone to displacing them. Just let me find it. And there it is. The master key. Be aware of its gifts.
Thank you, Mr. Wolmuth.
Please, Christoph is fine. Good luck in the archives.
I'll be honest, I was replying to text. I have no idea what happened. What was that going on? Okay, so I can go to
The
there.
smell. It brings me back to all the nights at the library.
To find the archive case files you're looking for, you need to connect a name to an archive number. Ooh, it's like the Arkham game. The name of the Arkham, or bro, I'm going crazy. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know the name. Hitler, Adolfo. Oh my god. Okay, wait. What am I doing? Get us where to look for unfiled documents about the resistance in the archive. About the resistance. The resistance. Wait. Resistance? The resistance. What the hell? Okay, I'm a little confused. I'm gonna go back. I want to search for the guy, because he's obviously fishy. Mittermoser. Block Warden Mittermoser. H. Schwarz. So H. Schwarz. H. Schwarz. Herbert Schwarz. Mittermoser. Carl. Alfred. Herman. Mittermoser. Carl. Herman. Herman. Mittermoser. Carl. Herman. Carl. Herman. Mittermoser. Carl. Herman. Carl Herman Mittermoser. Carl. I already forgot. I should just get like both names. Carl Herman Mittermoser. Is Mittermoser not here? Are these just like famous people or something? Carl Herman Mittermoser. Crewmay. I don't remember them being crewmay. Am I stupid? What was the file name? Police Battalion. Hadouk process. Redacted. Process. Police Battalion. Battalion consisting of poorly trained workers. Okay, I don't think this is what I need, but okay, I'm gonna go back and just focus on one and then see if I can pull up anything on that. They were talking about like something different though, so I'm a little tiny bit confused, but it's okay. Wagner, Manfred, Carl Schnickert, Herbert Schwarz, Herman Cates. Wait. Herman Capitz. If that doesn't show up, I'm just gonna try something else. I already forgot his name. Herman Hirschman Warner. Was that him? Can you close? Thank you. Alright, whatever. I think it was this guy, right? Hirschman Warner. Transcript label. But what does this do? Why would I go here? Okay, I'm just gonna pretend like I don't need to do anything down there. Request documents and Nazi error. Look for unified unfiled documents about the resistance in the archive. Oh, I do need to get something from the archive. But the resistance. The resistance. What is there about the resistance? Caduc process? What would have that? Oswald Caduc. After the war, Caduc remained in the region, Auschwitz, and worked under a false name until he was recognized by a former prisoner until the camp was dissolved. He was a dreaded SS man because of his unpredictable innumerable, having killed more than 1,600 prisoners shed during the evacuation. So confessed murdering his own family because they were in the way of his escape. What? And sentenced to 25 years of forced labor in the Soviet Union, handed over to the JDR. Just luck would have it. Okay, I don't think that has anything to do with the resistance. Battalion. I don't think that has to do with the resistance. Marked for destruction. Medical comments for negation. Okay. So this is the same. Suspended from office. First trial. The Remmer. In the Nazi regime, he specifically referred to those who owned. I'll be honest, I have no idea what they want from me. He ordered the man to drop his weapon. Where would I find the resistance? Resistance info. The resistance. Maybe I do need that. Looking for a you first need to connect the name to an archive number. By using the file cabinet, you can then search the number in the bookshelf. Connect a name to an archive number by using find. Connect a name. To an archive number. So one of these guys. So I need to find who was in the resistance. Wouldn't it be that guy? The main dude? Because he was obviously not a Nazi. What's his name? Naumann? Hans Naumann. Hans Naumann. I don't think he's here. Naumann. Is this the wife? Can I like dig up info on her? Naumann Ludmilla. Scroll, transcribe. A label. Doesn't really do anything. I don't think I'm getting a dialogue case file. Oh, I could have just. Okay. 5HN 1956. Okay, that's not giving me anything. Notebook. The faith in somebody's husband. Father by the look for room. Probably grandfather. Gunshot to the forehead was executed. Why? Current case, the insurgent, execution, wife. Case was dropped. George Katz. Fritz Bauer. Block warden, a lower political rank of the Nazi party responsible for the political. City block. Okay, so that was the guy that was ordering people to kill others. Coercion district leader. Gestapo, Hessia. They talked about that. The central western part of Germany. It's larger cities. Prosecutor's office. Oh, it's just a federal state. Okay. I don't know why I thought it was like something else. Local group leader. Active in Germany. Sorry for that. So I'll be honest. I don't. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. High-ranking legal officer responsible for prosecution. Notebook. Look for unfiled documents about the resistance. Look for in the archive. So it's here. What I need is here. Unfiled documents of the resistance. So the resistance. Do they talk about the resistance here? Wagner Manfred? So it's not Wagner, Manfred, Mr. Bastian, Faultman, Alfred, Cape Herman, Faultman, Alfred. So no Faultman, Alfred. Roman Alfred K. Beats Herman. K. Beats. I don't see any. There's Hersman, but not K. Beats. I keep pressing the wrong one. I'm just going down and seeing if maybe like Schickert Carl. Schickert Carl. Schickert Carl. Ow. Schwarz Herbert. Yeah, I have no idea. Wait. Five HN 1956. Like maybe I have to get a 1956 5HN. Wait, this is 1956, but it's different. Wait. Why does it add to everything? Weird. Oh, maybe this like points me to what I want. So no, man. 7JN 1956. 7JN 1956. Oh. 7JN 1956. This one, right?
Found them. These seem relevant
I
to
don't.
our
I feel
case.
so fucking stupid. Like, bro, you have no idea how much this was bothering me. I was like, literally, like, should I just search it up? Like, be like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, what? I'm kind of sad. It took like, how long was that? How long was that? Oh my god, bro. You know, I have an excuse. I'm sick right now. I'm sick, okay? My brain isn't 100%. Alright. That didn't happen. I would honestly, I'm about to think about editing my videos because I'm gonna cut. I want to cut all that shit out. That never happened. I won't though. Like fuck that. All right, whatever. Munich, German's national comrades. In this most difficult time for our nation, more than ever, the responsibility for Germany's fate rests on all of our shoulders. All Germans are called upon to fight against the traitors in our own country. The resistance is to be disarmed. The uprisings have to be quelled. Interesting. Anyone who propagates or approves of any measures that would weaken our resistance against the enemy is a traitor and must be shot. Any attempt at insubordination must be met with immediate removal from all public positions and expulsions from the party. The name of Germany will not be tarnished. I trust in your confidence, your absolute allegiance, and discipline. Helmut Solberg, regional leader. So this is like... So, wait. Okay, so they were fighting against the resistance, and he was obviously a resistance member, is what I'm getting. Citizens, the war is over. The oppressors have lost. Do not defend the city against the allies. Avoid unnecessary bloodshed. Tear down the Reich flags from the roofs. Raise the white flags. Welcome our liberators. Freedom is near. Death to the Nazi criminals. Join the campaign to liberate Bavaria. Okay. Can I, like... Okay. So what now? Whoop. No. So I did everything. What now?
Paula, how often do I need to tell you that my plaque belongs on my door and not on the floor?
That voice. Oh no.
And how often do I need to remind you that I am not your handyman?
Just fix my door, Paula!
What the hell?
No. There's no way it's Peter's. Just no. I need to check it. Please let it not be him.
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
Thank you, Paula. That will be all for now.
Here if you need anything.
Was that the door without like any... Wait, what?
This better be about my door, Paula. Tell me this is a joke.
I wish it was.
Hello, Peters.
Falda, what are you doing here, Katz?
Funny. I was just about to ask you the same thing.
I work here, Katz. I'm Mr. Bauer's right-hand man. And I'm so sorry, but we don't really do marriage disputes for bored housewives here, you know?
What? So you're an assistant?
As a matter of fact, I work here as well. And I must say, this job just got much less appealing.
Just my luck. So you're the new hire, Katz.
In the flesh.
You won't last a week.
You did, so I'm sure I'll manage. Just you watch. I'll outlast you, you'll see.
Classy, as always. You know what? I don't have time for this. Get out of my office, Katz. Try not to embarrass yourself.
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it a day.
All right. I did it. The Widow, 17 September 1956. Get to work. So do I just pretend?
Katz, if you'd have a moment.
Yes, Paula?
I found some documents you asked for. They're waiting in your inbox. Oh, and there was a call for you. Asked for you to call back. I wrote down the number, left it with the files.
Thank you, Paula.
Wait, are these it? No.
Time to get started.
Let's get crack-a-lackin'. So that's my inbox, right? Can I wrote down a number that you should call back when you have the time. Mrs. Nauman will be arriving soon. Please update with your bar after the interrogation. Alright. Oh dear, what's this? Uniform and rank insignia of the political leaders of the NSDAP Reichsleadership. Reichsleiter. Yeah, like the little eagle with the banner, and I didn't know they had like a whatever branch leaf thing that is, but the Gao. Sorry, what is this? Yeah, I know those uniforms. It's the classic. Gao administration, Gauleiter, deputy Gauleiter, and worker. District office, district leader, head official, worker, local group, local GR leader, base manager, work. Oh, this is interesting. Following Hitler's appointment as chancellor and NSDAP's victory in the 1933 elections, the party structure began to intertwine with the subsume that of the state apparatus. While state and regional governments were not outright dissolved, their significance and authority were heavily diminished in favor of the regional associations of the NSDAP. At the head of the Gau stood a Gauleiter appointed directly by Hitler, responsible for coordinating all party-related activities in the region and for ensuring NSDAP's authority and influence. To facilitate these goals, the Gau authority often overlapped and overruled that of local officials. This authority extended to the party members that were part of its office or its subdivisions, districts, local groups, cells, and blocks. Okay. Main uniform and rank insignias of the army. So this is not Nazi. This is just regular army. Right? Or am I wrong? Private first class, corporal, under 6 years, and the over 6 years has a little thing. Okay, junior officer, junior sergeant, Luftwaffe. I don't know if I said that right. Sergeant, probationary SR? Probationary SR, sergeant cadet? Senior cadet, senior sergeant? I don't know. I'm not really that, in the know-how about, like, army things. The German army. With the German rearment and the establishment of the Wehrmacht, I don't know. In 1935, as per the Restoration of Military Sovereignty Proclamation, the armed forces of the Weimar Republic, the Reichswehr, were renamed and reformed into the Heer, or the German army. It was secretly expanded in the preceding years, nearly tripling in size from 7 infantry divisions to 21. Damn. As this breached the limitations imposed on Germany by the Treaty of Versailles, cover names were used for the new divisions. Oh, that's smart. Funny, but like smart. Funny and bad, but like smart. Like here was further, really out of tune, whatever. But I'm pretty sure like Panama has kind of the same thing going on. Obviously, nothing devious going on there, like in here in this sense. But like, I know there's like a limit on like army or something. I think Panama's not allowed to have our army, at least back when I was there. It's like under some sort of like policy or something. They're not allowed. I don't remember why. I don't know if it's enforced. Maybe it's just a thing. But like they're not allowed to have an army, so they have it under a different name too. It's not technically an army, but it is. But like, you know, they don't call it the army. That's so I don't know. Like, yeah, it's the people would just do it anyways, like no matter what. Kind of like the prohibition. It's like, yeah, let's make alcohol illegal. Guess what? No, everybody's still gonna do it anyways. Yeah, sorry, sidetrack. Anyways, what's going on? The Heer was further expanded following the announcement of Hitler's plans for rearmament, with the introduction of universal conscription and the recalling of the officers who served in World War One. They would swear fealty personally to the Führer. By September 1939, the size of the Heer reached a total of 75 divisions with 2.7 million military personnel. Over the course of the war, an estimated 13.6 million soldiers served in the army, both conscripts and volunteers. Okay. Oh, I can add these to the case files. Oh, should I be doing that? I don't know. It doesn't seem like prevalent or something. Uniform and rank insignia of the German police. So this is the wait. Okay, hold on. Army, the Nazis, and then the police. Okay. Master, head police, constable, and senior junker. Territory senior watchmaster. Senior watchmaster, junior watchmaster. Oh, I see. It's from below to up. I don't know why I was reading it the other way around. Captain on the protective police. Okay. They still have that little eagle. I like that. Protective police of the Reich. Color of thrust on the collar and cuffs and collar patches for protective police of the Reich. Light green. Oh, these are the Reich. Wait. Is the Reich? Okay, I'm confused. I thought these were different things, but maybe it's all like under the same. Schutzpolizei. I don't know. Protection police. The state protection police, Schupo, was the uniformed police in the majority of the German cities and major towns. As a division of the order police, its members were easily recognized for the green uniform and colloquially referred to with this color. That's funny. Because they did the same thing with, like, Latinos and, like, the Americans. That's funny. Officers of state police were divided into branches, such as patrol, traffic, or barred police. Depending on the department's location, they would also include water or aviation units. Until 1943, state departments could also include a criminal investigation division. Before the beginning of the war, potential police trainees were subject to a number of requirements. These included the candidate having completing their military service, having proven Aryan heritage, and so yeah, everything's under the Nazi flag. Okay, I thought maybe they were separate. They were still separate, but I guess not. Like everything got usurped or something under them. So, being a member of the NSDAP during the war, the barrack police branch of the Schupo formed the core of the police battalions, which were deployed in occupied territories. Okay. Frankfurter Stimi? I don't know. Amnesty of the Communists. Federal Minister of Foreign Affairs Gerhard Schroeder remains opposed to the Bundestag's call for political amnesty. Following the delegalization of the KPD in August. The number of criminal cases against its former members continued to rise, threatening to overtax the criminal justice system. With over 300 new charges being brought against these suspects of politically motivated crimes, each of them will soon require pre-trial detentions. Globke's defense. Mr. Globke's defenders, with Chancellor Adenauer at the head, do not hesitate to voice their support, drawing similarities between the attacks on him and the persecution of influential figures of the Weimar period, presenting his role in the Nuremberg racial laws as a voice of reason and an attempt at preventing the worst thing from happening. They describe the accusations as careless, bad-mouthing, endangering the democratic life of our country. This is all going over my head. I apologize.
I still can't believe Peters is working here. Peters? I wonder if anybody can tell me how this happened.
Is he like a Nazi? Why do I hate him so much?
Gaststätte. If the wine is good, I probably be a regular customer by the end of the year.
Oh. Yes,
Paula?
sir.
Mrs. Naumann just arrived. I showed her to the conference room.
Thank you. I'll be right there.
Do I need to do anything before that? Examine this one. My first witness. Call back the number. Let me call back the number.
Who do I want to call?
The number Paulo wrote down.
Hello?
Father? I didn't
Oh.
expect you'd call me here.
Oh, Esther, my dear, so good to hear you. Did you settle in all right?
Just checking in.
I have great colleagues. Well, most of them. And I believe I can do a lot of good here.
I see. Esther, there's something I want to discuss. Do you remember our little talk? It must have been last month.
Remind
I
me.
don't recall.
Then you should pay better attention.
Okay.
It pays off in our line of work. It is about the job at Bergmann, Karnich and Partners. Family law. Very respectable.
I just started. Yeah, like I just started. Why are we? Why am I
Dad,
switching?
I just started working for Mr. Bauer.
And the sooner that stops, the better.
Why?
Esther, let me be very frank with you. I'm proud of you. I really am. A prosecutor at your age, with the view on women on our line of work being what it is, I'd have to be a fool not to. But your mother and I, we are worried. Do you have any idea what they say about Bauer?
No. He's a great prosecutor.
He's one of the best prosecutors in the country with a spotless record.
Just as I feared. You must broaden your horizons. Read some other magazines, perhaps. Listen to your father. Leave. Nothing good will come from this.
I don't know why, but like, I don't know if they're hinting at something, but like I just like as like somebody who likes to play games, it would be a huge major plot twist if the father was actually a Nazi, and the reason they didn't want her like keep working for a Nazi party like Nazi judge, or what do you call this, like a Nazi prosecutor or whatever, like you prosecute Nazis, now you're helping them out, right? But you're like bringing them to justice, and he obviously doesn't want you to like work for them because, like, you know, if you're a Nazi, why would you want that? It's like, oh, they might find something about me or something. But like I'll be honest, this is too early in the game for me to actually know if that's where it's going. But like I think that would be fucking huge. That would be. Could you imagine just like a daughter like not ratting, but like bringing. I can't even imagine that actually. Never mind. Whatever. I'll listen to your final. I'll make my own decisions. Thank you,
now, Father.
Oh, my silly, silly little girl.
bro.
No, Essie. I must apologize. I did not mean to get so passionate about this. I'm just worried. You don't know how important one's reputation is. And if people start to associate you with that man. I just want what's best for you, Essie.
I know, Dad.
I'm proud of you. I know I already said that, but I really am. Like you can't imagine.
But like it shouldn't matter. Like I get like, yeah, like you shouldn't associate yourself with like retards, like, you know, like people that like don't, and I don't mean like the disabled. I mean like people who like are hateful, like who are, you know, like who really don't see the good in things, or like don't want to, or like just completely oblivious, whether by like their own doing or like maybe like something else. It's like, you know, like I gotta like, especially like if it's like your kid, like I wouldn't want people to like associate, like them to associate themselves with like like a wrong crowd.
No. And who would you be?
That's Marlene. My son turned out to be allergic, so Mr. Bauer agreed to have her stay here for now.
That's so cute.
Looking forward to working with you, Marlene.
I love this game already. But like I was saying, like, yeah, like it I feel like there's that, but like at the same time I wouldn't condemn them for like wanting to like do
Civil Coast,
something, especially
the
if it's like work
Reichsgazette,
related.
Seneca, and some Franke and Neumann. Quite a collection. Wait, is that a Sachenspiegel? I think Dad had a copy of this edition.
Interesting. But I don't know. It just seems a little weird. I don't get people who like want to like micromanage their kids or be like, "Oh, you should do this, you should do that." Like I know what I'm talking about cuz like I feel like in the end it's like I mean, sure, you might have like more grasp on like life and like what it'll probably throw at you, but like it's always like you can never be 100%, right? Like, you know. It's like that sort of like attitude or mentality that kind of like is a little bit like like I never claim to know everything. I just like lay down the facts or like stuff that like I know for sure or like that I think about. And like I think like that's my favorite thing to do. But like other people like see it as like, oh, like, you know, you're not with us, you're against us. Oh, are you saying like that's good? Like, are like, you know, basically like taking like the like, you know, it's like, bro, like, can you just relax and can we have like a actual conversation, or are you just gonna be like retarded? Like, bro, that bothers me so fucking much. Like, I'm like, are you done pretending to be stupid, or like, are we like, oh, that's so funny. But
You must
it
be
is what it
Mrs.
is.
Naumann. Thank you for coming. My name is Esther Katz. I am one of the prosecutors in Attorney General Bauer's team.
Good morning, Miss Katz. I am very grateful that you found the time. The last prosecutor who looked into my husband's death didn't even speak to me.
That's
He
so
dismissed
sad.
the case, claiming my husband was rightfully executed as a
Jesus
traitor.
Christ. Why did the prosecutor think that? Who cares what he thought? I feel like we'll find out what happened. We'll do what we have to do, right? I feel like this is good.
I will certainly try to find out what happened to your husband, ma'am. But first things first. I know it's not easy, but please take me through the day your husband was taken.
Oh, scene. I love this.
It was in April 45, only days before the Americans came.
Where were you that day?
Home. We lived in a small house. Hans was upstairs when the doorbell rang, before someone hammered against the door.
Okay. Whoa. This is really cool. I like this. Especially the style. Track. Who was it?
When you opened the door, who was it?
There were two men. One of them was pointing a gun at me.
Oh my god. What
Do
time?
you remember what time of the day it was?
We just had lunch, so it must have been close to 1 p.m.
I don't know if that's gonna be relevant, but
Did you and your husband live alone?
No, there was also our son Jan. He insisted on staying with us to help around the house, at least until the end of the war. But he wasn't in. He went out in the morning before we woke up.
oh my god, could the son have ratted them out? That would be so heartless. Ratting your own friends out to the Nazi party? I could totally see that happening though. Oh my god, that's horrible.
Do you remember what they looked like?
Both wore uniforms. Brown ones, if I'm not mistaken.
They were much?
Did they belong to the Wehrmacht?
Where?
No. Not Wehrmacht and not police either.
Where?
Maybe some kind of party officials or something. One of them was small, thin. He wore glasses, I remember that. The second man was bigger. He was the one pointing the gun at me. He seemed to be in charge.
What made you think that?
He had 2 golden stripes on his uniform, and he was bossing the small one around. He yelled and waved his gun around to scare me.
When listening to winners, you may get that chance to surround them by pressing B in time. Okay, what does that do? Heal that one.
Let me stop you for a second. These stripes on his uniform.
What did she say? Two yellow stripes? What did she say? It was brown. It was brown. So it was this, but the stripes on the uniforms. Was it a local group? But it could be the district leader too. Can I see the transcript? Yeah. Okay, this is not helping. I thought it was like the conversation transcript. Does it submit it? I think it's district office.
Could one of these be the badge you saw?
Oh man.
Let me see. No, I don't see it. They demanded to speak to Mr.
Oh man. It was the local group.
Naumann.
Can I go back? Can I go back?
I was just so afraid I couldn't even move. Hans came down and asked them what they wanted. They demanded to know if there was anyone with us. When we said no, the smaller guy looked in the other rooms. He found no one. It was only Hans and I. Then the big one told Hans that he had to come with them for questioning.
Oh man, I want to go back. I didn't even save. The Widow, part 1. Ah, shit. Whatever. What did Hans do?
And your husband? How did he react?
Hans remained polite the whole time. He asked them why it was necessary, but the man ignored him. Then everything happened so fast. The small one said they'd let him go if our son would turn himself in. Then they just herded him out, like an animal.
Oh, so the son was like part of the resistance, right?
Did you see something outside?
It has been a while, I'm not exactly sure. There was a car, I think. Yes, one of those big, terrible trucks that they used.
I remember them. They were just everywhere.
That's crazy. Well, we failed. That's cool.
This was the last time I saw him alive. Me and my son never got the chance to say goodbye.
What was that man's comment about your son?
Jan. He was living with us at that time, but he didn't show up that night or the following. He got into some trouble. Bad trouble.
Oh,
Do you
dear.
think the men were looking for your son?
I believe so, yes. At least that's what they said.
Wait a second. I think it was mentioned somewhere.
Okay, come on. The men were looking for the son. Come on, boy. Report. On record log where saw a man climbing out of the left and turned on the Footer attacked him and flee. Jan.
Please, take a look.
Oh God. Here it is. He recognized him as Jan Naumann. I can't believe there was proof all along. And the former prosecutor just dismissed it. How could he?
I wish I knew. I am really sorry. Please, continue. What happened upon your son's return?
When Jan finally came back, it was already too late. We asked the authorities about Hans, but they pretended not to know anything. After war, my husband was found dead in a forest nearby. Shot. I believe he died the same day they took him.
I would really like to talk to your son about it.
You and I both, dear. But I am afraid that's not possible.
Oh my god, is he dead?
Jan died only a
Damn.
few months after his father. Pneumonia. Hans was innocent. They killed him, and that's murder. No matter what they call it.
I hear you, Mrs. Naumann.
Please, Miss Katz, will you find the man?
I will do my very best.
Thank you.
We will let you know if we have enough for an indictment. Please, Paula will help you to the door. Goodbye. I should update Mr. Bauer.
Oh my god. Hey.
Oh, hello, Marlene.
I can talk to
Oh,
Marlene.
I'm glad you are so cooperative.
They're so cute.
Oh, meow.
Marlene, just be chatty. Alright, what are we doing? Okay, so I think I understand what happened. Give Mr. Barnard over. Okay, so should I just talk to him then? Or should I call him?
Hello, Miss Katz. Any news regarding the Naumann case?
Yes, I think so. After talking to Mrs. Naumann, it seems like Hans Naumann was indeed innocent. The men were looking for his son, Jan Naumann. When they couldn't find Jan, they took Hans instead, the father.
I assume that's what Miss Naumann told you. But are you sure she is telling the truth?
According to the files, the man they were looking for had climbed up a flagpole, torn down a flag, and beaten up a block warden when he was caught in the act. Hans Naumann was 77 years old at the time. Of course, there are older men who are in good shape, but
Right.
Pulling down a flag and beating someone up seems unlikely. I understand.
yes,
I see, but why did the man take him if they knew he was innocent?
Had to take someone as hostage? Probably to lure the son out? But why kill him then? Had to take someone.
considering the times, they might have been afraid of coming back empty-handed. Or they could have hoped their actual suspect would turn himself in, hearing his father was taken.
Highly illegal, even back then. Not uncommon, though. But why did they shoot the old man?
Jan didn't come. I don't know yet.
That I don't know yet. But I believe this is definitely a case for us.
It is indeed. I will officially reopen the investigations tomorrow.
Huge.
You need to find out who was at the crime scene when Hans Naumann was shot. We need witnesses.
There's
I'll start
4.
with the names mentioned in the files of the first investigation.
Excellent. Let's get this case to court, Miss Katz. And be mindful of time. We do not have nearly enough of it here. Since you have never led a case before, I want you to be prepared. Mr. Peters has agreed to look over your shoulder and help you out. Present your findings, prove your claims. Please reach out to him.
I'll do what I can. I'll need Paula to get me more information on the suspects. And I suppose I should share the good news with Peters. Just great.
That poor man. She lost everyone she loved in a matter of a few months.
That's
I
true.
really hope we can help her.
I
Same.
hope so too.
Anything I can do?
I need you to invite a potential witness.
I've got something that might help us with them. I looked into the NSDAP local group from the original investigation. Only a few documents survived the bombing, but I found a group photo and a member list from a few years before the incident. I took the liberty of marking the suspects. One of them, Mr. Schwartz, is dead.
But can I get any of the other three?
Let me get back to you, Paula.
Yeah, let me think
Sure,
about that
just
one.
let me know before you leave.
Okay, so what do I need to do? I spelled it on my request more information about the suspects. Can you give
Miss
me more
Katz-
info?
I need some additional files. The member list is helpful, but I'd still need something more about our suspects. Can you get me their files?
I'll reach out to the Berlin Document Center. But, just so you know, they tend to take their time. Anything else?
Thank you, Paula.
Here if you need any.
Okay, so more info about the suspects. I was hoping to get that before inviting
I
one
had a
in,
talk
but-
with Mr. Bauer. He wants us to get along, to work together.
I've heard.
Let's just be adults about it, Peters. Peters?
Yes, I've heard you, Katz. Fine. Here's what we're going to do. Let's just call it a truce. I won't interfere with your casework if you stay away from mine. Agreed?
Agreed.
Good. And as for this whole preparing you for court situation, I swear to God. But there is no point discussing it before you've met the witnesses anyway.
Thank you for thinking I'm a total beginner.
Oh,
I mean,
you're welcome. Someone has
kinda
to
am.
do it, since Mr. Bauer apparently overestimates your abilities. Anyway, get through at least some of your witnesses, and we can get it over with. And while we're at it, don't forget to bring some evidence. I don't want us to improvise the whole thing.
The epitence. Okay, so I need a other task. Ask about Peters. Who the fuck is Peters? Read the transcript from today's investigation. How do I review the transcript? Background, suspects. So Faultman, Alfred. Oh, one of them is just RIP'd. Short server. Faultman, Alfred, K Beats, Alfred. Carl. Oh, those guys. Yeah, okay. So those two, Alfred and HK, were there. Yeah, the big boy and glasses dude. Oh, I see. I see the plan. Although, to be honest, there are a lot of hefty guys. But there's only one guy with glasses. Let's bring HK, because he's definitely been there. He's a short man with glasses on. There's no way. Yeah, but then they said that he wasn't really like, he was a lower guy, so he might have not been in the loop. Let's get AF then. Alfred Faultman. Bring Alfred Faultman to me. I'll ring him out.
Miss Katz,
I need you.
of course.
Alfred Faultman.
Please invite Mr. Feitman.
We'll reach out immediately. Anything else?
Thank you, Paula. That will be all for now.
Here if you need anything.
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it a day.
But I thought there was. Ask around about Peters. Review the transcript from today's investigation. Call it a day and go home. So there was a transcript option, I remember. That's cute. Sent home when 2 uniformed men showed up in the door. One small and the other one was big and tall. He had a badge with 2 golden stripes on his front. Did the men want? They pointed a gun at me and asked for them. Don't worry, yourself. Your husband's freedom. They put shots on the door. I never saw him. That's my son and I trying to find him, but those she can only almost have to easily notify about it. It's different. Okay. Ask about Peters. Who the fuck is Peters? You wouldn't know, would you?
The door is locked.
Est, Miss Katz. Welcome.
A quick save, Mr. Wormwood. You're getting better. A few more weeks and you just might get it right straight away.
I sure would hope so. Actually, before you start, would you mind if for a change I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Am I wrong, or have you and our resident pessimist met before? I mean Simon, or Mr. Peters, if you prefer.
We do know each other. Not closely, but enough. We study together.
Didn't expect them here.
We didn't really get on well, though. We did even worse than here, so that's saying something. I didn't really expect to see him for a while after that, to be honest. Especially not here. Not someone who'd take a job like this. Or so I thought. So yes, we've met before.
Was he always this much of an ass?
He actually got better, if you'd believe it.
No.
Really, he was much worse. So, what about you?
Me?
What do you make of him?
Oh, he's a nasty piece of work. Unpleasant to be around. He makes everyone around him miserable.
Oh.
But he's a capable prosecutor. Very capable indeed. I'm glad he's on our side. Anyways, is there something else I can help you with?
I have some questions about somebody.
Who would that be?
Mr. Barr. Paula Fisher. I don't know.
You, to be quite frank.
Then the answers might be quite boring. There just isn't that much to say. The name's Christoph. Again, I'm a public prosecutor, as you might have guessed. Though I'm more of a pre-trial one. Interviews, research, documents, not court. I never did well with trials themselves.
Where are you from?
Leipzig. As much as I wish otherwise.
Wouldn't that mean...
The East, yes. Don't hold it against me. Hardly my choice. And I've never been much of a comrade anyway. Too many books. Not enough worker spirit.
You didn't study in Frankfurt, right?
Hamburg, mostly. Did a few years in Berlin first, but on the wrong side. Doesn't count here.
I'm sorry for asking, but how did you end up here then?
I crossed before 52. It was easier then. No fences, no restricted zones. You just had to worry about the patrols.
I have a different question. Can I ask you a few questions about the work here?
Ask away.
How long have you worked for Mr. Bauer?
Here? Almost since the beginning. Which sounds good, but really means just a few months. We are a new team.
And before that, what did you do?
3 years in Hamburg, public prosecutor's office as well. Didn't really fit in there. And before that, well, that's a different story.
Have you worked with Mr. Bauer before?
Didn't get the chance, no. And even here, it's not exactly working with him either. Under would be a better term. Usually, at least.
What can you tell me about working here?
Long hours, little pay, cases which more often than not fail to even reach court. But it's an important mission, and, ironically, rewarding. The cases we work on, they already have had to wait far too long.
I was a bit surprised we are not at the main office.
Right, Bauer's idea. To put it simply, he was and still is afraid of sabotage. Too many people there he wouldn't trust. Files went missing, evidence got misplaced. So he decided to rent this place and repurpose it. And here we are.
Interesting.
I have some questions about somebody.
Who?
What can you tell me about Mr. Bauer?
He's the reason we are all here. You don't see many people in the system interested in these cases.
Unfortunately.
He's, I'd say, inspiring in his own way, at least through its work. But himself he is demanding, isolating, devilishly intelligent, but in a way which leaves you feeling judged. At least that's how it leaves.
Our legal assistant.
She's wonderful. She can be a bit of a pain. Truth be told, the whole place would fall apart, but don't let her hear that.
This place falls apart without one legal assistant.
Without our only one. And that woman does the work of an entire team.
True.
Well, no, she does complain, but not earnestly. Just don't ask her for coffee.
Coffee?
Don't. Trust me on that.
What do you mean she can be a bit...
You might have already noticed, but she can be rather, let's be honest, nosy? Unless you get something in a sealed envelope, it's safe to assume that she's already taken a peek. I don't personally mind, but I believe it can get on one's nerves.
What can you tell me about working with her?
You can rely on her. You need any files, if they still exist, she will be able to get them. And she takes the initiative. She starts searching for them even before you realize you might need them. Which again? It might have something to do with how she reads through everything she can get her hands on.
I have a
That's
different
funny.
question.
She's perfect for the job.
I think that's all fine.
Don't be.
Okay, I was just... Because, like, you know, the father was, like, asking how he was so bad or something. It's like, it got me thinking, like, maybe I could find out. Peek at the lore a little bit. Just about
Miss
Peters.
Katze.
Thank you, Pod.
Here if you need.
Cuts.
Peters. I have some questions.
About whom?
You.
You want to talk about me?
I thought we had agreed on... What do you do?
Same as you. Get a case, work it. We all work on separate cases, if that's what you... It's just, there's so many of them. And there's so few of us. And there's nowhere near enough time.
It's been a while since I've seen you.
Luckily,
How have you been?
you do realize this is the most I've been well enough, Cuts. Well enough.
And how's... You were engaged, right? Julia?
You did. Close enough. I'm surprised you remember. It didn't work out.
Aw.
We didn't see eye to eye on some issues.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. Not anymore.
Did you keep in touch with anyone?
From the university? No. We tried at first, but
Your
They
winning
stopped
person.
because
because of your winning personality?
didn't you say we had agreed on something?
Oh,
We
my
exchanged
bad.
some letters with Walter, Ziegler,
They're in Bavaria, right?
Munich. Still, over time, we just stopped. Then I took up this position, and the few people that were left started avoiding me like a leper, including you did.
Oh, that's weird.
One more question. I have some questions.
So,
How long have you been working here?
from the start, I reached out as soon as I learned Mr. Bauer was to be the general prosecutor. He needed the best, so I joined.
What can you tell me about the work here?
It's important, necessary, but it's exhausting. And very much unwanted by those outside of the team, if even that. And then there's the... No matter.
What did you want to say?
It doesn't matter. You'll find out yourself.
You sound disappointed.
Hardly. In myself, if anything. It's a tough job. It takes its toll. In more ways than I had expected.
Got it. Back to the work topic. I have some...
About whom?
About Mr. Bauer.
Mr. Bauer is a good man, a righteous man, an idealist, very professional, and very good at what he does. Even if He can be a bit difficult to work with at times.
Thank you. That's all.
Okay. So did I do it? Ask around about Peters. I thought I did that. Oh, I think I talked about him. I mean, to him.
Who do I want to... With so many smokers here, I doubt this office will ever be free of the cigarette smell. They are supposed to be good for you, though. That's what my doctor said. Who do I... The line is busy. Who do I want to... He's not picking... The door is locked.
Oh, fuck. I didn't want to do that.
Esther, right? To what?
I hope I'm not disturbing you.
I'm just so sorry about... I got a bit lost. Either way, forget it.
I had some... I think that...
So what was that about? Alright, I don't know how to ask about him. I don't think it's that important.
It's really freezing in here, and the heater does not seem to be running. Need to remember to bring an extra sweater as soon as I have any work done here. What a mess.
Am I supposed to like search him up in the archive? That would be funny. I don't know, whatever. The first suspect. Check my inbox.
Good morning, Miss Katz.
Hi.
Miss Katz!
Okay. First suspect will arrive soon. Inform Mr. Barr with the latest developments about the case. Were there developments? I don't even remember. No end to the Suez crisis. As the representative of the 18 governments involved in the Second Suez Canal conference begins to leave London, the truth remains unchanged. Despite the exchanged assurances of continued support and collaboration, the world is no closer to finding a peaceful solution to the crisis. U.S. officials voiced their concerns regarding the goals of the French and British delegations, suspecting them of having no interest in compromise. Rearmament. With the April 1 draft date of the first Bundeswehr conscripts approaching, the question of whether the government's goals can feasibly be achieved remain. Out of 4,000 American-made tanks requested by the Secretary of Defense Theo Blank, over a quarter of the orders has been cancelled by the Bundestag. Even with the 1,600 previously gifted by the United States, the final number remains lower than planned. Damn. So what do I do now? Oh dear.
Miss Katz, excuse me. The witness you asked me to contact, Alfred Feldman, just arrived.
Thank you, Paula. I'll be joining you in a minute.
Okay, what do I need to do? Examine the first suspect. Okay. Let's go examine.
Mr. Feldman, my name is Esther Katz. I am investigating the death of Hans Naumann in 1945.
What are you investigating? The case has been closed.
New evidence has come to light. My department and I are checking whether the case needs to be reopened.
Sounds like wasting the German state's money. Just one question. Your name, Esther Katz. Are you Jewish?
Hey, yo? What? My friend?
The name is often Jewish, but I am not.
That's good to hear.
Mr. Feldman, please tell me what happened on April 28, 1945.
My superior asked me to arrest some sort of insurgent. A simple task I gave to my subordinates. I was quite surprised when I saw who they brought. I asked if they were sure they got the right man. Schickard insisted, so we took him back to the district office.
The district office, where was it?
The cellar of a previously bombed brewery. We had to relocate with all the bombings. It was cleaned up beforehand, of course. As much as was possible with the manpower we had. With how the war was going, we had to make do. Schickard and Kiebitz waited in the corridor as I spoke with the district leader, Mr. Schwarz. But he dismissed my doubts. Alfred, my man, you worry too much. It wasn't my place to doubt his decision, I thought. So we left his office and he gave the order.
The HUD shows you the current goal and the names of people present in the memories. Hold RB. Alfred, Herbert, Schwartz, Herman, Gates, Carson. I'm the first suspect. Okay.
What did he say?
That for his crimes against the German people, the prisoner was to be executed.
How did the men react?
I can't recall. It has been quite a while. I think they were a bit uncertain. Kiebitz, at least. I wanted to discuss the order further, but Schwarz went back to his office.
So Herbert was the one who ordered
What happened after Mr. Schwarz left the hallway?
We went to the captive. Kiebitz, Schickard, and I. I was hesitant, of course, but again, it wasn't my place to question Mr. Schwarz. And let's be honest, in those times, heads rolled pretty quickly for defying orders.
This must be the cell.
Is there anything of importance? Nothing.
Where was the victim kept?
One of the cells, previously a storage room. Tight, dirty quarters with a small barred window. As soon as we entered, I hadn't seen him this up close before. I realized I just couldn't follow through with it. I told my men to stop.
But he definitely died, so somebody killed him.
What did you tell them?
That this could not have been our man. We had to convince the district leader to reconsider.
Did they agree with you?
Kiebitz did, but Schickard, on the other hand, he wouldn't even consider it.
Damn. So Karl Schickard is the one who really wanted him dead, which makes sense because they were both there. The guy who's talking and then like the little guy who was under him, they were both there, so they knew that they were looking for another man. So it makes sense, I think.
The man was a maniac, usually harmless, obsessed as he was with hierarchy. But at that point, he had this fanatical look on his face.
What did he say to you?
That he would report me to the Gestapo. Now,
Damn.
you know what that would mean, but that didn't matter. I knew Mr. Schwarz. I knew he would understand. I ordered Schickard to stay put and left the cell, looking for the district leader. I was certain I could convince him this time.
Did you succeed?
I didn't get the chance. I was halfway through the hallway when I heard it. A gunshot. Schickard had gone through with the execution.
But you weren't in that room, you stated.
Right. But it must have been him. He was so persistent about following the order.
What weapons did the people present have? Standard issue equipment?
Not at that point in the war. We used whatever was still left. If we could get our hand on a gun or a rifle, somebody got it.
How long were the prisoners usually kept there?
Can't say. It depended on the case. However long it took for justice to be served.
A brewery cellar seems a weird place for a district office. How did you have enough power for it to function?
Often we didn't. All those Allied bombs made sure of that when they leveled the city. We had to rely on our backup generator. That and oil lamps.
They seemed to scream forever, and you could still hear the bombs falling. Was the victim your only prisoner at the time?
It's been almost 15 years, for God's sake, woman.
11.
You can't honestly expect me to remember details like that.
True, I guess.
I think I'm still missing something. You said you had mentioned your doubts to Mr. Schwartz.
I did. I tried to convince him to reconsider. Unfortunately, he remained unbudging.
Do you remember how long the two of you talked?
Well, now that's... well, can't say. It must have been a while. Quite a while. I did try my best. Unfortunately, once again, it wasn't enough.
What were Mr. Schwartz's responsibilities?
He was the district leader, the highest authority in the city. The question should be what weren't his responsibilities. Everyone in Munich answered to him.
I should consider the chain of command. Did the group members drink on duty?
It was clearly forbidden. We did our best to enforce this rule even in those days. But most likely they still did. Just learned to hide it well.
What can you tell me about Mr. Kiebitz?
Exemplary subordinate. Loyal. One of the few people among that band of ingrates I knew I could rely on. Unfortunately, Schwartz knew that as well. Kiebitz might have been a member of my local group, but he mostly worked directly for the district leader.
The district leader. And he's the district leader.
What can you tell me about working for Mr. Schwartz?
It was a true honor. Comrade Schwartz was an exemplary German and a magnificent leader. I have him to thank for my work ethic. I learned much from his example. We all did.
What about you? What was your role in the district?
As a group leader, I made sure Mr. Schwartz and the party's will were enforced in the city. He needed somebody he could trust, someone who would see to it that order was maintained. That was me.
Can you tell me more about Karl Schickert?
A damned idealist. He wouldn't shut up about duty and Prussian values. Still, I can't say anything bad about his work. Always diligent, hardworking, and unbearable perfectionist.
Not sure what this is getting me, but...
So, District Leader Schwartz wasn't further involved with the execution?
Why should he be? There were more important issues that needed his attention. His responsibility was to make the decision and give the order.
There was no execution order in the files I got. If it exists, I should check if I can get my hands on it. Spending entire days in a damn cellar. They must have been bored and tried to pass the time. What happened if you or Mr. Schwartz caught any of the group members drinking?
Usually I took pride in running a tight ship. You smell of alcohol while on duty? Dismissed. But at that point, they got away with just a slap on the wrists. We needed all the hands we could get, drunk or not. And with the Yankees on the streets, we all heard the bottles calling.
If they were dismissed for drinking, what would be the punishment for disobeying an order? Did you have any contact with the surrounding local groups?
Of course. We had an older model radio station connecting us with the rest of Bavaria. Or what was left of it at that point in the war. Mostly other groups around Munich.
The place was a brewery. Did you prepare the cells for the prisoners?
Not personally, but yes, a few rooms were modified adequately.
And what does adequately mean?
It's been a while, miss. And I can't say it was something that occupied me. They were for criminals.
We had these oil lamps everywhere. In the bathroom, in the living room, in the kitchen. They must have had petrol to run the generator, or to destroy evidence.
I didn't think about that. To destroy evidence. Would that tie in with like why the documents wouldn't show up that he ordered the execution or something?
Did many prisoners share the victim's fate?
If they deserved it.
Can you tell me more about your local group?
We were Schwartz hands, so to speak. While most local groups were responsible for a section of the city, we were assigned directly to the district office.
When did you move to the cellar?
2 months back, mid-February, after those pigs burned Dresden.
I think I got everything. Alright.
So, just to confirm, Mr. Schickard shot while you were not in the room any longer?
That is correct. And that is all I know.
Thank you for your cooperation, Mr. Feldman.
I take back what I said in the beginning, Miss Katz. Perhaps it is right to reopen this case after all. Have a good evening, miss.
I should update Mr. Bauer. You know, you really remind me of Kati.
Kati?
We had her when I was younger. Looked just like her. Wasn't nearly as friendly, though. No, she wasn't.
So update Mr. Rasmussen with the next suspect.
I need some additional... Is there any chance some files regarding the group members' responsibilities remained? Mr. Kiebitz's specifically. I want to know if he, at any point, worked directly for the district leader.
I'll see what I can do.
Anything else?
The local.
I need information on the equipment used by the local group. Weapons, mainly. As bureaucratic as the NSDAP was, they must have kept some sort of record.
On it.
According to the suspects, the shooting was ordered by the deceased Mr. Schwartz. But I saw no copy of such an order in the original case's files.
That's weird. I'll look into it right away.
Anything else?
Find all additional documents in your first case. Hell yeah, I got that. I'm vital witness of the first.
Any updates on the suspect's personnel files?
I've made the request, but no news since then. Berlin's as silent as always.
Typical.
I need you to invite a potential witness.
Of course. Who should I reach out to?
I kinda wanna go with the little guy, but like, Kibitz is the most suspicious now.
Please invite Mr. Kiebitz next.
We'll reach out immediately.
Oh, and did you have the chance to talk to Mr. Wohlmuth yet? He found the blueprint of the old brewery that you might find useful. It's where the district office was located at the time of Mr. Naumann's arrest.
Thank you, Paula. That will be all for now.
Now this one was sure full of himself.
That was a weird
I
change of
wouldn't
tone.
bother.
What?
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
Did you see Mr. Bauer?
I wish I did. He got a call and had to leave. Urgently. Let me tell you, he was in quite the rush. Murmuring something about Argentina, of all places.
Argentina.
Guess I won't be updating him today. Thank you, Paula. That will be all for now.
So what's the... Ask Mr. Wilmot about a blueprint.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Paula told me you have something for me. Some sort of blueprint?
Right. Let me just see, where did I put it? What a mess. I've been just buried in all of these papers since morning. Altöttinger Straße 35. There we go. As we can hardly access the original crime scenes, blueprints like this ones are our second best thing. They are what you will be using in court to reconstruct your case.
Thank you.
It's not a problem at all. We need to have each other's backs here. So, who do you think did it?
I'm sorry?
The old man. Who shot him?
Build your theory. Oh dear, this is like really in depth. A blueprint shows the crime scene and the people involved. Your goal is to build your own theory of the course of action, the crime, and the actors for each step. Course of crime. The crime is divided into 5 steps. Each step is connected with a question that you answer by reconstructing it on the blueprint. To answer Christopher's question, jump to step 5. Okay. Reconstructed. The last task is to find out who pulled the trigger, choose a figure and assign it to the actor. Wait. Here you can read the witnesses, students, and prisoners. If you find the blueprint or not.
I think it could have been Kiewitz.
And is that what your witness told you?
Yes, it is.
Just remember, you can't always trust what they say.
I know.
People lie, misremember, make honest mistakes, even more so when they're potential suspects. Our role isn't to retell their testimonies in court, but to build theories of what actually happened, which might be different from what any witness tells you. But here I go, babbling away again. Sorry. Shouldn't keep you any longer. Hope you find the blueprint useful.
Don't worry. I'd say this talk was quite informative. Thank you.
Anytime. Don't be a stranger now.
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it a day.
That's pretty cool. I like that. Review the transfer for today's. Where am I? I'm confused. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So, Feldman Alfred. So we were in the office, stepped out in the hallway where Mr. Keeps and Mr. Schwartz waited. Mr. Schwartz gave the order to Mr. Kivitz, Mr. Schwartz, and I walked out of the cell and compartment. I saw the captive. The district leader went back to his office. Inside the cell, Mr. Schickert insisted on punishing treason and go through with the execution. Mr. Schwartz threatened to report us to the Gestapo. We did not obey the order. Left to and says here. Innocent told Mr. Schwartz to stop. Walking down the hallway, I heard a gunshot. Mr. Snickers shot the bit. Then Mr. Kivitz confirmed it. Oh, Kivitz is not. Oh, I just picked the the other. Okay. I thought I was picking the shooter, but I don't know. Whatever. What worries me? Holy shit, why is there so many autosaves? What worries me is because, like, I know 2 of them were, like, together. So, like, I don't know if they're in cahoots or something. But, yeah, I'm gonna stop for now. I think I might continue later on. Because I at least wanted to finish the first chapter, but it looks like this is really long. It's really long, but yeah. I don't know, I hope people enjoy that. I don't know, I think it's pretty interesting. Very cool. Very different from what I usually play, but it is what it is.